Hey everybody, it's Brian Shannon from alphatrends.net. Today's Friday, the 24th of October, and we had a positive week across the board for the markets here today. So let's take a look at these charts and make some sense of it. First, we'll start out with crypto. Bitcoin is still kind of just choppy in here. It's trying to hold that 200-day moving average, and you can see the anchor off this low. The high earlier this week came right up against the anchor from the all-time high. So I kind of view it as a little bit more neutral than anything. Constructive in the fact that it does have this pattern seemingly trying to emerge back into higher highs and higher lows. Ethereum also hanging on the anchor off of this level right here and still in that same zone. I'm still hoping, I don't have a position in it, but I'm hoping we can pull back down to these anchors, the anchor off the April low, as well as the 200-day moving average in that 3,200 zone. Solana just kind of hanging out here, more neutral than anything. So not a lot going on in terms of the crypto overall. For next week, let's take a look real quick. We've got a ton of big earnings still coming. You can see in here some of these big ones like Rambus. Let's see, SoFi is a big one. Visa, CVS, Google, Microsoft, Meta. So big week next week. Amazon, Apple. Earnings are going to be the catalyst for a lot of movement in the individual names. As far as the S&P 500 goes, we saw these higher lows. We saw a lot of volatility, but in that volatility, we saw higher lows emerging. We reclaimed the 5-day moving average yesterday and today gapped out and held at new all-time highs. So I was cautious in here the last couple of weeks, especially because a lot of the high octane, high ATR names have been hit in the last couple of weeks. But the market itself has been resilient, and you never get bearish with a rising 20 and 50-day moving average, only cautious when we have an intermediate term time frame giving us all these mixed messages. But going into next week, we remain innocent until proven guilty. Ideally, we would hold above this level here. Let's just call it 672. That's where the 5-day moving average is in this prior little band of resistance. Holding above that, you don't overthink it. The buyers are in control. And for the NASDAQ, that level would be about 612. As long as we remain above that, buyers remain in control, and you buy your stocks and set your stops for the time frame appropriate for you. This anchor off of the late August low held over and over again, and once again it did this week right here. So buyers remain in control. This market didn't close at a new all-time closing high. That was right over here, but pretty darn close to it. And it's been choppy up in here, but overall still very constructive. Semiconductors ran the risk of, from a failed breakout here, could come a fast move lower. And it looked like that might happen until we recovered yesterday back above the 5-day moving average. And those who participated were rewarded with all-time highs here again today in the semiconductors. So ideally, we see about 345 hold next week. As long as we're above that, again, don't overthink it. The biotech stocks remain very strong. They hold a key intermediate term level of support here this week. And as long as we're above that, don't overthink it. Buyers are in control. And, financial stocks, they may have broken the pattern of lower highs and lower lows here, but the question is, do you want to buy them with a declining 20 and 50-day moving average? I don't. I look at them as more neutral than anything overall, and not a reason to really get excited or really even involved at all. Tesla reported earnings, and they came back right down to the anchor from that September low and caught buyers there, just like they did last time. So yesterday, we saw a big rally back up. Off of that daily gap lower, it touched the VWAP a couple times. The only intermediate term, near term level that gives us a little bit of concern is that it's below the anchor from the earnings. Now, it's only a couple points below, so it's not a big deal. It just suggests that this market, that the Tesla is going to need some time to do this. This is what I sketched in for subscribers last night, thinking maybe we could pull back and start to rebuild in here and build a little bit of ground with some higher lows and then be able to continue to take off. Amazon is still got this pattern here of lower highs and lower lows. So, consider this a bounce within this little downtrend here defined by these lower highs and lower lows. A couple of the other names, Google broke to a new all-time high today. As long as it holds above 254-ish, innocent until proven guilty in the intermediate term. As mentioned, Meta reports earnings next Wednesday, so just be aware of when we've got all these earnings reports coming, and there's great stocks breaking out. Look at Pizza broke from this nice flag pattern here today, and that is, looking at the weekly chart, looking like it's maybe beginning a new stage 2 uptrend. There are still stocks to buy out there. I talk about them every day for Alpha Trend subscribers. Some days it's easier to find them. This past week it hasn't been as easy, but I expect that will change. Hope you had a good week and enjoy your weekend. Thank you.